My seat's much closer than that, but I went upstairs to take a drink of water, get a bottle of water actually, like $6. Crazy. But man, the sound check, that was incredible, man. Just to actually see them live. They were so close. Like they're right there. Cham is extra tiny, man. Like she's so tiny. She's just itty bitty. And it was fun, man. It was fun. But they're all just, I don't know. You can feel it, you know? Like they're way more beautiful than you think they are, right? Before you see them in person. They're, uh, they're just beyond it. Whatever your expectations are, as per usual, you know what I mean? Like, if you have expectations, they will be surpassed. Um, yeah, it's an incredible time. It really is. It's an amazing experience. The I'm not sure how the seating works because it was like the VIP sound check portion, so like everybody's just now filling in the rest of the stadium. But it's gonna be a while before the show starts, so I just wanted to do this like for posterity because I don't know, I don't even know, dude. I could hardly control myself, you know, when they were on stage. I didn't even care, you know. It was like my mind and spirit just sort of was like, okay, body, you can kind of just sit there for now, and it was incredible. It was incredible. Um, I got rained on when I was waiting in line for we showed up and we did a VIP check-in, right? And then after VIP check-in, we were kind of just standing around. Like they didn't really tell us where to go, or they didn't have like lines set up. So it was kind of like chaotic. And then it started raining, right? So then it was raining on everybody. What was actually really cool because it's been so hot here. Like it was like 117 yesterday. So all of a sudden, all this rain just poured on everybody, and it felt like great. It wasn't hot at all. It was super comfortable. Um, and then kind of, you know, it's like after the rain comes, like you stop caring already, right? Like you know, everybody still looks good. I mean, you know what I mean? Like the crowd is so young and everything, so everybody still looks fantastic. But after the rain came, it was just like, you know, who cares? Like just have fun because the tone has already been set for you. Took care of Mother Nature, so that was kind of the way that the check-in experience went. And the you kind of I had like line buddies, you know. I was like, I made friends while we were waiting in line, and then once I got inside, I got to my seat. I was like, oh, what's up, you know, to the people around me. Like, I guess you guys are my seat buddies, right? And the guy next to me, to my right, not here but over there. I guess he's like the local Momo fan site or something like that. I don't know. Like several of these people seem like they've been following the tour for at least since like California, at least since the States. Um, so like it's a great time, man. Like everybody's really awesome. Yeah, but when they came out on stage, and I was kind of just chatting with like the people next to me, right? They're sitting to my left and to my right, and then all of a sudden, like you just hear this roar from the crowd, and like you look up and you can see like Gio and everybody is up on the big screens, and then you see them like at the top of the stage, and it's just like, oh man, dude. And you know, they came out and they started doing a little bit of introductions, kind of. Um, and they said we're gonna do a couple of songs for the sound check, and then oh, but it was incredible, dude. I like they were so close, and seeing them in person, it's not like, you see the videos and the pictures and all that, but well, like actually being there and seeing them in person, it's like they're everything that you think and know and expect, but like times a million, And they weren't even performing. It would that was just a sound check. It wasn't even like they were doing a full choreography set or anything. But man, yeah, I couldn't talk. I could hardly move because it was like they're right there, and it was super fun, dude. It was really great, and yeah, lucky to be kind of sat next to some cool people. I told them like, this is my first K-pop concert. That Twice is my group. And I came out here for them, and everyone's super cool, so it was fun. It was fun because I was totally losing it. Like, I couldn't hold it together at all. Like I just started bawling as soon as they came out on stage. I was like, oh my goodness. But they're incredible. They're otherworldly. It's like I don't even know. The stage is like it's really cool. It's an interesting perspective because you're super close when they like walk out onto that extended portion of the stage, and then of course when they go back, it's a little bit further away, and that's when the projector screens really make their value, I guess, right? Because you can see a lot of close-up shots and the cuts that it does between the members. But it was great, dude. And they all came by one during the sound check, and they were all waving and they were all doing the hand hearts and just everything. It was so cool. Mina was wearing a Dallas Cowboys jersey. Um, Dude, it was mind blowing. Like and they're just yeah, they're just so absolutely perfect. And yeah, it's really awesome. It feels like everything just came together so perfectly for this, you know. And I was telling people in line because we were all getting rained on, and it seemed like it was taking forever to get inside, like before they even opened the doors. It was like we've been out here since 2, and it was already like 4:30. And then I said, "Oh, but don't even worry about it, man. Like as soon as you're in there, as soon as you like see them, you won't even remember. You won't remember anything. Like since it's like you woke up and then you were there. Like nothing that happened in between even mattered or whatever." Um, it's an amazing setup, dude. It's like it really is. I'm kind of just like I don't even know. I don't even know what to do. I'm still kind of just like reverberating in it, because it was intense. It was like really intense. But it's a super cool event. It's a really cool venue. So I've never been out here before. So it's the first time that I've actually seen the place. It's a good size, man. It's a good size, and I see people all the way up. Like in every section. It's gonna be a really great crowd. Um, Man, yeah. I'm right now. I'm positioned like behind where all the cameras are that do the shots while they're on stage. It's quite an elaborate setup. Like it's impressive. Everything that all this equipment is like top of the line stuff. I mean, you're talking millions of dollars just here. Not like I'm not even talking about the stage. I'm just talking about the stuff that they're using to get the camera shots. This is like super high end stuff, man. The stage setup, this stuff is priceless, dude. This you can't even like thinking about the engineering and everything that goes into making that stage. That's incredible, dude. This is like this belongs in a museum or something. After this, it's Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. So if you've been on the tour already, if you saw them, I'm going through what you already experienced, you know. And then if you haven't seen them yet, if you're still waiting for that concert date, you're gonna be where I'm at, you know. Like you're gonna be experiencing it too, and it's it's the most fun, dude. It's like it's the most fun you've ever had, like for sure it is. I guarantee it. I promise you. I promise you. But it's incredible, man. It's incredible. I can barely read the chat with my old eyes, but thank you everybody for joining me. I do appreciate it a lot. Uh, yeah, you know I was gonna share it with you. I got some footage, you know, of everything so far, from the hotel room to the line. Yeah, I got the rain. All, like, yeah, oh man, it was crazy. It was crazy. I got some shots. It'll be fun. I'll put it all together, you know. Uh, yeah, and there are definitely people that have like been following the tour. You could tell, you know what I mean? Because they start talking to each other, and they'll be like, "Oh, hey, there's that guy that had that jacket. You know, we saw him in the last city, and we saw him in the city before." There was a couple of guys. There was a group of like 4 or 5 guys behind me in line that have apparently been following them since LA, at least for sure, because they were talking about the whole experience out in LA. So, you know, once really turned out for the group on this tour. That's for sure. U.S. ones. And there's people traveling from all over the place, like you know, within Texas, and Oklahoma, and Arkansas, like neighboring states. People coming from all over the place. It's incredible, man. It's incredible. What a time to be alive. It's super cool, you know, because it's also once in the crowd. Like, I mean, they're like once, dude. Like, they're mega once, dude. Like, so it doesn't matter, right? Like, 'cause you could be as big a fanboy as you want, because there's the person like to your left or to your right is way more so than you. So it's like you can just let go, and it's fun. It's a fun thing. It really is. It's fun to be part of this crowd. Oh yeah, but when they were on stage though, well, I can't my everything just shut down. You know what I mean? I was just in awe. It was like it might as well have been a spaceship landed in front of me, you know, and these beings came down, and I was like not understanding what was going on, and I couldn't move my body or anything, and I was just like, it was so much fun, dude. It was they're so close, they're so close. And Chaeyoung is so tiny. She's like teeny tiny, dude. She's like little bitty. And they're all in tiny mode, you know. Oh, but it's like such a surreal experience because they're right there, like in front of you. They're right there, flesh and blood in front of you, um, and they're all cool. Like they're so chill. You know what I mean? They're having a great time. Like they're just vibing. Like they're just. Sana was commenting after the sound check at the end, and she was like, "Yeah, you guys are already giving us like such a big energy. You know, we can already feel it. Like this is gonna be a good show." And yeah, the crowd was going wild, but they're so cool. You know, like they're just happy to be there. You know, they all are super comfortable. Like they're not even sweating it. You know what I mean? Like literally, they're like not. There's not even perspiring or whatever. Like it's another show. But it was fun, man. It was fun. I can't even. I can't do it justice. You know, like I'm trying to recount as much as I can, but the whole experience, you know, it's very serendipitous for me But that 1 in a million thing really, you know, you can feel it when you're there, like in the crowd. Like now you're like, okay, I'm 1 in a million for sure, for sure. You feel this massive presence. Um, it's a reflection of the group, you know. It's just they're such a massive group. So you're as part of the crowd, you're just caught in this wave of energy. Like I mean, it's intense, but it's just a reflection. You know what I mean? It's just bouncing right back, and that's kind of like what it is between once and twice. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of the space between one and two, and so I can definitely see why people like go all out and want to do this again and again and again. It's really intense, and they're right there. The thing is, it just that it brings you so close. It brings you so close to them. I will in a bit. I think it's gonna be a while before like the show actually starts. Of course, they said to put the phones away for the sound check, so I don't even know what time it was. It was like not 6. I think they started at 5, and it was not yet 6 when they were done. The show's supposed to start at 7, so it's still like a little bit of time before then. I will head back up to my seat in a little bit. I gave a couple of posts already, but so you can see like how close I am to the stage. Oh man, it's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. The lights are so intense back there. It's just like flooded. I wasn't sure. I thought the stadium was going to be like outdoor, but it's one of those venues that does have the overhead, you know. So it's actually all enclosed. It's not you're not exposed to the sun or anything. And I brought sunblock and I was like I don't really need it. It rained while we were standing in line, and then we're inside now pretty much. And so people's uh, but the umbrellas, those were ended up being the highest IQ plays for the day. You know, some people brought umbrellas just for the sun, but then when the rain was coming, it was like they were the smart ones. You know, they were the people you wanted to be friends with. You know. Yeah, there's the crowd is filling up now. It'll be cool to get some shots. They already had like the candy bongs all synced up. Of course, it was only the people who were seated for sound check, but the thing was already working, the patterns on it and everything. So when the show actually starts and this place gets filled up, like it's gonna look pretty cool with all the candy bombs going at once. I'm gonna try to make sure I get a couple of shots of that.
Oh, this is way nicer.
Trying to pace myself, but the thing is, it's hard to even tell. It's hard to even be conscious, you know, because after seeing them, it was like I felt so much energy, right? And I don't know, like I'm good to go for sure, but the rest of the show, that's gonna be crazy, dude. That wasn't even like 20 minutes. and it was like super super intense. So the rest of the show, the rest of the concert, like that's gonna be nuts, dude. Oh man. So I decided to just, try out a live. I wasn't sure like how the reception was going to be, the signal or whatever, to make sure I have a good live feed. Um, but this way, you can get a good idea for what it's like here, and just in case, because I was just keeping it 100. Like when they were on stage, I couldn't. I couldn't do anything, dude. I just didn't care. I didn't care about anything else at all. Uh, I was just totally focused on them, one at a time. It was incredible though, because they all come down to that platform at the end of the runway there, and they will pass by just one by one, right, one at a time, and sometimes two. I mean, they'll hang out down there too, but they're so close, man. Like you can actually see them, and you can see their smiles, and you could see their eyes. You could see like, you know what I mean. You could hear them, not the speaker sound. You could hear them. You could hear their voice, the acoustic vibrations of the sound that's coming out of their bodies. And man, that's incredible. It really is. Um, they did Candy Pop. Um, What else did they do? Oh my God! See, like I can't even remember what the heck I just experienced. That's another reason why I had to go live, because I was like, this is gonna be too hard to keep track of. Um, they did like, I think it was 3 songs. It'll come back to me. Hold on. But, but just the experience, man, the experience, and you're not the only one. When you're there, there's and when we sat down, I introduced myself to the people I was sitting next to. I was like, dude, just don't worry about it. It's cool. I'm glad to be here with you. Just go crazy. Like don't even worry about it. Don't even like. I'm not gonna trip or whatever. Like you be you. You let go. You yell, cheer, dance around, scream. Don't worry about me. Like you know what I mean. I was like, I'm gonna be vibing just as intensely as you, for sure. Um, so don't even worry about it. But when it happened, I couldn't even move, dude. I was like, I couldn't muster anything. It was like those moments during the reactions, when it gets very emotional, right? But it's like you're just stuck in that moment, like in that space. Um, but all the different levels of it, from the production, everything, it just you start to see how it all comes full circle too. When you finally get to the tour experience, because we've been following this since the comeback, right? Since the Ready to Be album had dropped, and there's all this marketing and promotions and all these other things that go into it, and this is really the culmination of all of that work. This is like all of those things finally sort of paying off. You know what I mean? It's the investments are done ahead of time in much of the production, the songwriting, the song recording, the videos, the choreography, and everything, and then the actual planning for the concert itself. So when you get to see one of these shows, it's the distillation of all of that work sort of combined, um, for this like in real time sort of event, right? It's just performance, um, and it just takes so much, right? A lot goes into it. A lot goes into it, and it's really cool to actually see it happen. Got a JYP promo, some limited edition cards. They look pretty cool. Oh, there were freebies. That reminds me, there were freebies when I got here. Not like a whole lot, but there were some people that came around with some prepackaged freebies and stuff, and it was fun. It was just one of those things, like the legends are true, you know. Like if you come to a show, you'll get freebies and stuff. Like it really happens. It's a thing. It's a real thing. It's just a video right now of some sort of JYP promo thing. But you can already hear how the crowd responds